the 17th pick would be right around 9:05, something like that. And at that time, if the Dallas Cowboys picked another quarterback, I don't give a damn whether it was Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, or anybody else. If they picked a quarterback with that 17th overall pick, within 60 seconds, my agent had better be on the phone asking that I be traded from the Dallas Cowboys. That's how disrespectful to me that would be. Dak Prescott is in his mid-20s. I believe he's 26 years of age. He's got 4 years experience. All 4 years, he has been your starting quarterback. He has never, ever missed a game. He's guided you to the postseason twice. He's completed better than 65% of his passes in 3 of the 4 years that he has been your quarterback. He has been a model citizen. He has been a leader. He has been exemplary in terms of being the face of this franchise, unlike other players that you've had on your squad who will remain nameless at this particular moment in time. And because he wants to be paid what Carson Wentz and others are being paid, because he doesn't want to commit to 5+ years, he wants it out after 4 years. You're trying to tell me, you, Jerry Jones, my Libra buddy, okay, at age 77, who you've spoken publicly about your own mortality and about how time is running out and it's not guaranteed. You're going to go away from all of that and go with a rookie instead of Dak Prescott just because you want to sit up there and hold firm to your negotiating position after paying Jalen Smith, Ezekiel Elliott, Marcus Lawrence, and the crew. I consider that a grave insult. Within 60 seconds, my agent would be asking for a trade or I would have a new agent, period.
Well, Stephen A., within 60 seconds, you're going to be just like Scott Pippen was on Last Dance, telling you ain't going to mess up your summer because it's football, and you ain't going nowhere if you under contract and you call. And here's what I'm going to say. I've been saying that they need to sign Dak Prescott, that he is a franchise guy. But if they love Jordan Love, and I hate the way that even sounds, if they think dude can go, I would draft him, because that's what you can do in this era, in this age. If you draft him, you're not tied to him. And you think that you have all of these things ready to win already. And you talked about Jerry Jones and his mortality. Not his mortality as the GM, his legit mortality. Well, guess what? In the 4 years Dak Prescott has been the quarterback, you ain't won an NFC championship. You haven't even been to a Super Bowl. Last year you had Dak Prescott, and you couldn't even make it to the playoffs in the NFC East. That was the worst division in football. So if you look at Jordan Love and you start to hear the comparisons, which I think are crazy, to Patrick Mahomes, but they're not comparing him to Patrick Mahomes, who's the MVP and won the Super Bowl. They're talking about when he came out of Texas Tech. If this dude is all that, that means he's more than what Dak Prescott was when you drafted him. He's more than what made you wait until the 4th round to get Dak Prescott. So if you like him, if you think the dude can play, and you don't know if you can fix these things, Stephen A., take him. Nobody cares about insults. We ain't worried about insults. We are worried about winning football games.
Well, the first order of business, Ryan Clark, before I get on you, because I have a problem with your argument, I want to say the fireplace behind you looks pretty smooth. I want to say that. The fireplace behind you looks pretty smooth. I'm assume that's the wife and her decorating skills and what have you. So congratulations with that. A nice fireplace behind you. Now you're damn right it ain't you. You're damn right it ain't you. Now let's get to your argument. I don't understand how you can make the argument, Ryan Clark, if you're sitting there and saying in the same breath, Dak Prescott deserves to be paid, you would pay him, and Jordan Love don't compare to him. I'm sorry, that's what it comes down to. Ryan Clark was one of the people that taught me football's a team game. One player doesn't make a football team. There are a multitude of elements that come with the success of a football team. Ryan Clark said that. So if Ryan Clark said that and acknowledged that he would pay Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott is worthy of being paid, then how the hell you going to talk about Love coming in Dallas and receiving some love from a man who don't want to give Dak Prescott any love, who's looking at his own mortality, wondering how much time he has to receive love. The best way for Jerry Jones to receive love is to make sure he gives some love to Dak Prescott.
Hey, Stephen A., first off, I didn't say he didn't compare to Dak Prescott. I say he didn't compare to Patrick Mahomes to me. But you talking about the love, there's no love between Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones. They can't get a deal done. They can't figure it out. You don't want to get into the Washington Redskins situation where it's franchise. He goes somewhere else, and now you're scrambling for a quarterback. At the least, you will have Jordan Love waiting, and Dak Prescott will know that he is on notice. Listen, this is not about let's be friends, let's not hurt feelings. They can't get a deal done. So if you can't get a deal done and you want that dude, you grab him. Go ahead, Max. I apologize.
Yeah, no, not at all. I totally agree with that. The bottom line is this, Stephen A. Dak had everything he needed last year but a coach. And the coach wasn't a good one, but he wasn't the worst one either. And he played in the worst division in the history of football, of organized football. The NFC East last year was the worst division ever. And he couldn't make the playoffs. So now he has the coach. So let's say they whether or not they make the playoffs, they don't advance far this year, okay? Then the excuse will be, well, it's the first year together. Then you go into year 2. And maybe they make the playoffs. Well, now there's something to build on. And you could go 3, 4, 5 years, no Super Bowl to speak of, and you've given Dak $35 million a year or whatever it is. Or, if you believe, and I do not, but if you believe Jordan Love has more upside and you believe in the guy, then you draft him and you got realistically 4 years on his rookie deal.
So we're just going to ignore the fact that Jason Garrett was the head coach and that Kellen Moore was a rookie offensive coordinator and that the defense, particularly their secondary, was highly suspect. We're just going to ignore all of that. We're just going to ignore all of that.
Always excuses when you lose.
While everybody here admits, yo, Dak Prescott worth over $30 million. We're just going to ignore that, right? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.